Yo, what's up guys? Xenon Great here. Today, we are going to talk about Twyla. We're going to check out her skills, her awakenings, and whatnot, and see just how good this Harley Quinn lookalike is. So, base stats. The base attack, you could already tell, is very good. Very close to like Salazar and whatnot. That's really the one thing to point out. Fighters usually have about 17, 16 costs, so it's fairly normal to have that. HP is actually decent. I mean, that's almost defender level HP, but of course that helps her with surviving in the attack. Let's start with the skills. She's got this talent. Basically every time she launches her basic attack, she has a 25% chance to trigger this thing called Deranged Blade, which this deals 12% damage, or 20% damage 12 times, which is 240% damage consecutively, and inflicts bleed for 5 seconds. So she'll use her giant blade. You can see it's kind of spinning right there. And then the trigger chance of this is increased by 5% each time the ultimate is cast. And so if you cast the ultimate 3 times, that goes up to 15% increase, so a total of 40% every time her basic attack is launched. Now, I'm going to jump into her ultimate versus the skills first, because the ultimate, it'll say when you activate this, it increases the damage by 30%, and then reduces the attack interval by 20%, and then it grants this thing that we just talked about, which is Deranged Blade. And rather than 12 times, it'll do 18 times of damage, and then that lasts for 15 seconds. And then it says deals 200% damage 2 times to one enemy immediately. So it's an immediate 2 times damage, and then this blade, I guess you could say, comes down. So for a total of 400% to one enemy initially, and then 18 times 20%, which is 360%. And then if you get some more damage increase from skill ups, it goes up even more. She has this bond skill with Hex. It basically reduces her deployment cost. So rather than 17, it's very cheap, 11. And anytime Hex draws a card, Twyla permanently increases crit damage by 5% up to 60% crit damage. And that's pretty huge. So Hex has to pull, what is that, 12 cards, and then you got 60% bonus increased damage for her. Looking at her basic attack, it's pretty basic, just deals damage. I mean, it also has a chance to trigger this extra thing. Her second skill is a passive, Symphony of Ruin, and after not dealing damage for 2 seconds, she'll start to gain her rage regen real quick, and then this effect is removed upon dealing damage. So this won't be very useful in things such as Guild Boss, but maybe in just some other stage. She kind of basically gets angry as she's not attacking guys. Then she has this other passive, Bloody Reprisal, where every time she triggers her ultimate, it'll grant an extra 10% defense penetration during the next ultimate. And so this stacks up to 80% defense penetration, which is kind of crazy, because after using the ultimate, 7 or 8 times, she'll be basically ignoring defense, which is crazy. That's why you want to build her as if it's like a guild boss attacker, but we'll get into that in the next video for how to gear her. Let's take a look at her awakenings. I went for A1 because I thought this would be really useful. So after triggering her ultimate 4 times, she has a low rage cap, so it's gonna happen fast. It increases every single instance of this Deranged Blade's damage to 30%. So that's another 50% bonus damage, which means this deals 30% 12 times, which is 360%. But then also she could deal up to 18 times. So 18 times 3. I mean, we're doing math this morning, I guess. But I think that's 540% damage. Correct me if I'm wrong. 3 times 8. Yeah, 540%. Awakening 2, basic, increase base stat. And then Awakening 3, this ultimate has its duration increased. So it's going to be for 20 seconds. And I think it does increase the number of instances that she will do damage with it. If we look, I wonder... So this does 12, this does 6 instances, lasts for 15 seconds, which means... So that's 18. If it's another 50%, potentially like 26, 27 instances of damage. I'd be curious to see how this actually affects her ultimate duration. Awakening 4, basic penetration. She already gets massive penetration for the defense, so it's not like massive bonus for her. Awakening 5, upon taking fatal damage for the first time, becomes immune to death for 6 seconds and increases damage by 100%. So she gets very pissed off. I don't know for certain if she dies after using this or after this occurs, but it seems like she doesn't. It's not like Baron or one of them. It just seems like she takes the hit first, but then next time she gets low, she'll die. Yeah, guys, so she's quite interesting. I'm gonna do a video on her for gearing, and then I'm gonna do an official video on her for taking her on with Guild Boss. My Hex got A3 and A4 if you watch my summon video, and I'm excited. I'm sure that they're gonna be a great squad together. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Let me know what else you'd like to see, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.